2 The Redline Productions proudly presents today's 2 The Redline review was made possible in part by
Hey YouTube. Well, thanks for joining me. Today, let's take a look at this fresh off the truck 2013 Ford Focus. Now, as most of you probably know, the Focus was redesigned for 2012, so this is the first 2013 model that I've seen come to the dealership. And I was trying to figure out exactly what were the changes that Ford made for 2013. And one of the biggest changes is a vehicle that I will be loving or happy to show you guys when we get one in, which is the introduction of the sporty ST model. But Ford has made some changes to the regular Focus trim levels as well as the ST. Mostly they consist of changes with option packages that have been switched around, and then the discontinuation of the SEL model. There is no more SEL Focus. It's either SE or Titanium, and then there's the ST, which is a different trim level or performance model in general. This one is an SE hatchback automatic transmission. You can see it's got new wheels on it, which is essentially the same design as last year's wheels, but with a different finish. I really like the finish on those wheels as opposed to the polish. This one has like a graphite finish as opposed to the blacked out rims that are also available. This one is an SE 201A upgrade, 201A upgrade package is what it has. Essentially, it turns it into an SEL because it does give you leather, fog lights, the turn signal mirrors. This one also has heated seats, those 17-inch alloy wheels. This one also has a sunroof option. So they kind of turned it into an SEL option, even though there is no more SEL. Coming to the sticker price, you can see this one is priced at $25.10. You can see 201A upgrade, which is essentially called the SE Appearance Package. You can see there, which gives you the fog lights, leather-wrapped steering wheel, alarm, satellite radio. This one also has your moonroof option, and also has your heated mirrors and heated seats, because it does give you the winter package. So the heated seats aren't included in the 201A upgrade package. You can see $27.38 is your MPG. It was improved slightly from $27.37 with the select shift, so they did improve the gas mileage a little bit by 1. It doesn't really make a difference. This one is also your ingot silver metallic exterior color with a charcoal black interior. Now, coming inside to the interior, like I said, this one has charcoal black. It's pretty familiar to the 2012 model. They haven't really changed anything regarding that. Closing the door, they still make a pretty nice thunk when you shut them. As with the other SEs, this one just has automatic down driver window. It's not automatic up, like all 4 for the Titanium or the discontinued SEL. Even though Ford wants you to think that, because it does have leather seats, Ford wants you to think they've kind of turned this into an SEL. It's still not really an SEL, because the SEL is available with My 4 Touch, which it doesn't have. The soft touch door panel material on the SEL is not here. You still only get that on the Titanium. The SEL also gave you the 4 power up and down windows as well, and then also had automatic climate control. So the discontinuation of the SEL, I'm not sure it's a good thing. It is nice because a lot of people will often confuse the fact whether the Titanium or SEL was top of the line. So now people know Titanium is top of the line. It's not confused with SEL. So it simplifies the building process for them. I'm not necessarily sure that it's better for the consumers, just because some people didn't want a Titanium, they wanted an SEL. But most people did want a Titanium, so they're looking at statistics here. But the rest of the interior, soft touch materials throughout here. People are pretty familiar. It's hard touch right here on SEs, but soft touch on Titaniums. You have still fog lights, cruise control, steering wheel audio controls, single zone manual climate controls. Your sync, auxiliary input, and USB is in there. You do get 5-level heated seats, and this one still has the 6-speed power shift dual clutch automatic, which we'll show you guys and see how Ford has updated the transmission at all. And then you kind of still have your basic sound system with somewhat of a small screen. You got a Titanium, it'll have the My 4 Touch with the huge screen, and then you still have your little LCD screen in between the speedometer and whatnot. Coming to the back seat of the Focus, it is on the tight side for the class, but the leather's really nice. The one thing I am noticing, you got an armrest right here. You used to have to upgrade to the interior style package to get this armrest, so Ford has now included it on this SE with the leather, the 201A upgrade package. You have a power port back here, and in terms of legroom, for someone like me, I'm 5'7", it's okay. It's tight, definitely. A Civic gives you more space, but that's one of the compromises I'm willing to make with a Focus, and I will gladly do it just because it's a nicer driving car. So coming to the back, this is the hatchback model, which is the model of choice that I would probably get, just because it's much better looking and more practical. Pretty decent cargo area. You have a nice cargo cover here that hides your cargo. The seats are 60-40 split. but they do not fold down completely flat like in some other cars. Now here is the same 2-liter direct injection 4-cylinder engine that was in the 2012 Focus. No changes to this powertrain were made, and it didn't really need any. Still makes the same 160 horsepower and 146 pound-feet of torque, made to Ford's dual clutch 6-speed power shift automatic. You can also get a 5-speed manual for this car, which is how I would get it. Or you could wait for the ST, which is supposed to be coming out later in the fall. Alright, so for those of you who are in the market for a brand new compact car, let's take a look at how this 2013 Focus drives and see if it's any different from the 12. The one thing I did forget to mention, this model does have a power driver's seat. That's included in that 201A upgrade package, so there is a couple of features from the SEL that migrated down here. The one thing that I forgot to mention is there is no more sport package on the SE. You have to get the 201A, which gives you all the stuff that the sport package has. It's included in the 201A upgrade package now, including the rear disc brakes, which a lot of customers actually surprisingly care about. This one does have the rear disc brakes. So anyways, let's see how this car drives. It's the same as the 2012 Focus, which is a good thing. I love the way the 2012 Focus drives. It's very nimble. The steering is very light. It's precise. It's easy to drive. It gives you confidence. The dual clutch automatic, I'm definitely noticing, is a tad more responsive. They have definitely improved this little guy way more over early 2012 models. So definitely notice a difference here. So, I mean, it's not going to blow you away with, you know, big power and whatnot, but the Focus like gets up and goes just fine for a car in this class. I mean, drive a 2012 Honda Civic before you drive this car, and you'll definitely notice that that car feels downright slow compared to this car. A Corolla is even worse. So, I mean, I particularly would still go with the 5-speed manual, which I'm kind of grieving a little because I wish that Ford would just put a 6-speed manual in the regular Focus. You have to get the ST to get that 6-speed, but 5-speed has really crisp throws. Our senior editor, Matt, actually just traded in his Fiesta and got that, which he loves the Focus a lot more. I also love it more than the Fiesta. But for those of you who got the dual clutch automatic, I don't fault you. It's a good transmission. It's much better. It's not as good as Volkswagen's DSG, but it gives you this little plus and minus select shift here, which it's a little slow to shift, but it works. It's a manual mode, and it's important, and it's a good thing that they gave you one because the Fiesta doesn't offer a manual mode with its dual clutch automatic. So it is a good thing that they gave you this. No paddle shifters are available on this car. You only get the little plus and minus thing, which I'm kind of surprised they don't give you paddle shifters just because this doesn't really work that well. But in terms of everything else, the Focus is really quiet. It's a great highway car. The seats are comfortable. The price tag is what a lot of my customers will say bothers them. It's on the little like more of expensive side versus the competition, which I personally think is worth the extra money. Just because I like the way the Focus drives, I love the interior, I love the tech and everything else. But anyways, if you guys are in the market for a brand new compact car, definitely take a look at the 2013 Focus. I hope I've given you guys enough feedback on what's the differences between the 12 and the 13s. So if you have to go with the 12 because the price is better, go with the 12. But if you want a 13, there's slight differences to go for, you know, for the 13 models. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.
Yeah, here's some legal stuff for you. The views and opinions expressed in the following video may not necessarily reflect those of the title holding automotive dealer or the entity they represent. All videos are filmed with permission by a professional driver on a set course with the collaboration and assistance of local law enforcement authorities. Do not attempt. Logos and brandings of vehicle manufacturers, dealerships, and online social media sites are the sole property of their respective representation used with permission. The Redline logo, soundtrack, and web resources, as well as all other associated media, are copyrighted intellectual property of The Redline LLC. All rights reserved.